Hello and welcome back to Scratch Your Farm Model. So today's on the farm, week 30, season 1. See what's going on. Let's get into it. So over here we've got the log splitter, parts in the shed, and then all the straw, the flat 8 grab, bale spike, Matt's pickup, Richard's pickup with a bit of flint barbed wire, a couple of spools in there and some sacks. See the forklift still down at the contractor's yard. Sided shear and muck. It's great, the sided shear will be getting a bit of a service soon. And then we've got all the hay bales, Kubota parts up, the 6820 still parts up. They'll be folded in the wind mirrors, so if anything's going past tight to get anything out of that shed, it won't do any damage to it. But there will be a job coming up for it quite soon, unless the big Massey goes onto it. What will probably happen is the big Massey will go onto the cultivator, and then this will probably go on either the drill or the low loader, but most probably the drill, and then the case will go between the low loader and the NC dump trailer. So then obviously we've got the silage pit, and then we've got everything ready for cattle to come in now, and then we've got Matt just fueling up the big Massey 7480 Silver Jubilee one. And then we got Richard, the Yanmar's in the workshop, finally getting its service, so this will be its yearly service. So it's just got no attachments on, just the quick hitch. So the workshop's been cleared up a bit, so we're just going to service that. And so let me know in the comments if you think I should take this piece out. I had it there to add more sort of realism in case I put a roof on, because it's the same level as that, but I might take it out so you can see better angles. And then so he's just doing the oil at the moment, and the fuel tank's down there. And over here we've finished with the cement mixer, as you can see here. So we're just taking it off the back of the Ford, gonna lift it back into that trailer, then take it up to Mick because he's starting on his shed, so he'll need it for all the attachments. Cultivator, which will be coming out soon, and the bales started to get moved, bale dump get moved to the back. This piece of fence here is going to get redone soon. We'll probably do panel here. We've got the bale set to plough. We've got the coon baler, chain harrows. We've got the Claas Arian in there, which also has probably got another high chance of going onto the drill. We've got everything parts up there, and then we've got all the trailers. So then we've got Lewis just coming over, he's got some chain in his hands, and then Jack's just unhitching it, then they'll lift it into the back of that trailer. And over here we've got the Primexx tanker. That's had a good bit of work recently with different farms helping out. We've got one of the feeders back, we just threw it on there because we're a bit tight for space. So then that'll be ready for the sheep in the winter. Then we've got the corner max spreader. Then they've done the concrete in here, so I've got to set a bit more, but you can see it's different to this stuff, but it still worked well. It's the same concrete mix we used throughout there. And then we've got a couple of gates there ready to set this up for lambing. And then we've got the sided bales there, got some wood, firewood there still, and then we got the hardcore pile which has gone down because we used a bit to pack the bottom of this out. And then that's pretty much been sold, that pile, someone wants to buy that. And the brick rubble, they might also have that, so it'll clear the field up a bit. And the cows have been moved, well, they haven't been moved, they moved themselves up this end. This is only a few of our cows, this is our few Friesians. And then we've got Aaron in the John Deere 3650 doing some hedge cutting along here. So he's just going along doing some lower bits down there, and then he'll do the side, and that'll do for this field. He's got to do up round there still. So over here we've got the dealerships, Massey 6613, and they're just bringing us in a delivery of 2 items. So we've got this, well not new but new to us, Red Rock low loader and a McConnell straw chopper. So the cane low loader has now been sold because it was a great low loader, and we're going to get something the same size to do bales with, because it's just handy having the capacity. But for moving a lot of our kit, we wanted something a bit smaller, especially come the winter, and not just depending on having the bigger tractors on it all the time, because the 6820 is getting older now, so it doesn't quite have the power it used to. And then the Big Massey is quite bit busy half the time, so we've been after a small one for a while, so we finally got around to getting this one. And then obviously it's still got all the cables, so this was conversion I did, that'll be a video on it somewhere. So anyway, now that'll be useful to have at the farm. We got this field here, we've got a new gate in here, different gate. It's a 3D printed one that's hinged, so it'll open a lot better now. So that's sorted, ready for putting cows out there. And over here it's too late, well it's not too late, people are doing the second cut now. It's just in our area it's too wet to do second cut, which is no, not second cut, third cut, which is quite a shame, because we wanted to do third cut but it's just too wet, so it's not going to happen. And this fence line is also starting to go in a few places, so this is also going to get redone. So as you can see, the grass is pretty wet down here, and there's more wet weather on the way, so it's just not going to happen unfortunately now. Unless we suddenly get a dry spell, third cut is not going to happen. Then over here we've got the forklift in the workshop side of the contracting building, Timber chipper, the roller up there. Then we got Ian loading up a post in the back of the gator, and he's going to go and fix that fence up there. And then we've got the case in the NC, and then we've got Noah just sorting some stuff out, and he's going to take the JCB 0860 off on a job. And then we got Ian's Landry over there, Connor's Landry over there, and Connor's you'll see where he is in a minute, up at Mix. A lot's going on. And we got a few Yanmar attachments down there, and then this field's coming on quite well, so this will get tilled up pretty soon. It still needs to get hedge cut, which is what we'll do that before we till it. Then down here is coming on well. We've got another wet spot coming in the field, so that's going to be quite boggy in the winter. And then obviously the ride on the back now at the house, which is good. At Mix Yard, a lot's going on, so as you can see we've got the new Sandy digger, which I've been on about for a while. So this is in here now, so Mick's just borrowing it, well he's hiring us out to do the footings for his new building today. And then we got a few buckets there, then Mick's tractor in there. And you see the yard's getting quite scuffed up from moving around a lot. We got Connor and Mick's gonna drive it, and then Connor's gonna be in our 6-ton dumper. And then we got Mick's Jeep, his skid steer there, with a bucket on ready to, because he scraped off the top layer earlier. He's got quite a lot of wood and some pallets to do kindling out of. And the rest of his stuff he's moved into the corner of the field. He's put a bit of a tarp over the firewood processor to protect it, and he used to get to the top of the dumper unless he sells it. And he's got the log splitter, and there's still a lot of wood to do. So it'll be interesting to see how well this building comes up. Pretty much it. Thanks for watching. Any questions you have, leave in the comments, and see you again soon.